Hello, thank you for joining me. This is exercise on page 151 of the Science of Movement, Exercise, and Mental Health. This is self-reflection during exercise. So the goal behind this is to pick a simple movement, perform it a few times, and then reflect on how you performed that movement. The example I give in the book is of quadruped, and I know quadruped shows up a lot in the book. So all you're going to do is come into a quadruped position, which is just a hands and knees position, and then rock yourself forward and back a few times. Once you've done that, pause. And I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Ask yourself how you performed the movement. For instance, in an exercise like quadruped, which seems very innocuous and very simple, I could do this a lot of different ways. I could use my hands to push me back and my hands to pull me forward. I could use my knees to pull me back and my knees to push me forward. I could use both at the same time. Notice how the speed changes. I could move my torso back. I could reach my hips back and forth. All of these elicit a different quality to them. What's your go-to? And if you're not sure, try it a couple more times and see how you are performing the motion. Once you've established that, then you can think about other things, like where was your head located while you were doing it? Was it hanging down? Was it looking up? Was it somewhere in between? How does changing the head position change the experience of the movement? What was your spine doing? Now, if it was a spine-driven motion, your spine was probably moving during it. Maybe your spine naturally flexed as you rocked back and naturally extended as you came forward. Maybe it stayed really still. Maybe it was in a more extended position throughout the duration of the movement. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe your ribs were parallel with the floor. And again, what happens if you change one of those qualities? How does that impact the experience of the motion? There are so many more things you could think about. It's silly how many rabbit holes you can go down when you're contemplating how you actually performed a movement. But the benefit of it is it gives you a chance to pause and say, what is it that I do? What happens if I try it differently? So give that a try. It doesn't have to be in quadruped. It can be in whatever motion you pick and see how it goes.